Hey, first graders, it is lesson 6 of mission 1 today. This is what we do. We have a classroom lesson. This video takes place of the classroom lesson, and if you're in the classroom, it's called a small group lesson. You also have your digital lesson. So, for example, we're doing lesson 6 today. You would go to Zearn and complete lesson 6 digital lesson. Classroom lesson is divided into 5 parts. You're probably getting the hang of it. Fluency, word problem, concept development, debrief, and your exit ticket. Okay, here we go. Grade 1, Mission 1, Lesson 6. Just a reminder, the templates included in this lesson are attached in Google Classroom. Here is today's objective. I can represent put together situations with number bonds. It means I can represent made up stories with number bonds. And the second part is I can count on from one embedded number or part to totals of 8 and 9 and generate all addition expressions for each total. And that means I can use the strategy of counting on from part of the number all the way to the total of 8 or 9. And I can make those addition expressions that show that. Here's our fluency exercise. It is called Target Practice 6 and 7. Here is a demonstration. This is called Target Practice 6 and 7. We've got counters and we've got a die. We're going to take turns being the roller and the target finder. So you go ahead and roll the die. 5. So how many does it take from 5 to get to 6?
1.
All right, so 5 and 1 are partners of 6. Now I'm going to roll. How many does it take to get from 1 to 6?
5.
All right, so 1 and 5 make 6. So now we're going to change the target to 7. And you roll a die. Okay, how many does it take to get from 6 to 7?
1.
All right, so 6 and 1 are parts of 7. I'm going to roll it. 2. How many does it take from 2 to get to 7?
5.
So 2 and 5 make 7. And that's how you play Target Practice 6 and 7. Here's our word problem for today. Remember, the hand with the pencil means you need something to write with. You see the letters R, D, W. Do you remember what those stand for? You're right. It stands for read, draw, write. So we're going to go ahead and read this word problem. Tom has 4 red cars and 3 green cars. Dave has 5 red cars and 2 green cars. Dave thinks he has more cars than Tom has. Is Dave right? Draw a picture and write a number bond to show each of the boys' sets of cars. Okay, did you hear any numbers in that word problem? I did too. I heard a lot of them. I heard the numbers of red and green cars each boy had. So we need the numbers 4, 3, 5, 2. Did you hear any key words that tell us what we're going to be doing? No, there's no key words that mean add. I think we are simply comparing how many cars each boy has so we can find out if Dave is right. Do you see the units we're working with? Right, we're working with cars. Some are red and some are green, but they are all cars. So we're going to highlight those things. And I wanted to point out with the underline words that we need to show what each boy has. So we're going to be making a comparison. And when we make a comparison, I like to make a T chart. So draw a big T, and you're going to put Tom's name on one side and Dave's name on the other side. Okay, first thing, we need to draw how many red cars each boy has. If you look back in the word problem, I can see that Tom has 4 red cars. And I've put R inside each of those circles to show that those are red cars. How many cars does Dave have? How many red cars? It says Dave has 5 red cars. So we're going to draw Dave's 5 red cars. Are we done? No, we've got green cars to draw. How many green cars does Tom have? 3. Tom has 3 green cars. So we're going to draw those and put a big G inside of them to show that they are green. Now, how many green cars does Dave have? He has 2. Do you see what's happened here? You can probably already see that they have an even amount of cars. And to even show it further, we're going to show number bonds. Both of them have 7 cars. They have 7 cars each. And here are the parts. Tom has 4 red cars, and Tom has 3 green cars. Dave has 5 red cars and 2 green cars. So even though they have different amounts of the colors, they still equal 7. So now that we've drawn a picture and done a number bond, what should we do? Right, we need to write a statement. The question is Dave right? No, Dave's not right. He thought that he had more. Dave is not right. They have the same number of cars. Are you ready for a brain break? Three, two, one. Now we're ready to learn. It is time for the concept development. Look at this picture. What different parts do you see? What 2 different animals do you see? Using your 5 group cards, show how many frogs there are using the number side. And if you don't have your 5 group cards, you could write the number on a piece of paper or your whiteboard. Right, there are 4 frogs. Using your 5 group cards, show how many ducks there are using the dot side. And if you don't have your 5 group cards, you can draw the dots to match the number of ducks you see. Is this what you have? Yesterday, what strategy did we use to find how many students were in the picture? Counting on, that's right. Let's count on to see how many animals there are all together, starting with 4. Okay, so we start with 4. We go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you write a number sentence that matches our frogs and ducks? Four plus 4 equals 8. How else are these animals different from each other? Can you find some different groups? Does it look like one of these animals is having a great time in the water? Who is it? Using your 5 group card number side, show how many animals are splashing in the water. And if you don't have your 5 group cards, you can write the number. Right, there is 1 animal splashing in the water. Using your 5 group card dot side, show how many animals are not splashing in the water. That's right, there are 7 animals not splashing in the water. Now let's count on to see if we get the same total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's the same total. Can you write a number sentence that matches the ducks splashing in the water and the animals not splashing in the water? One plus 7 equals 8. How else are these animals different from each other? Do you see any other parts or groups? Does it look like some of these animals could be grown-ups? Which ones are they? Right. I think I see 2 grown-ups. Using your 5 group card number side, show how many animals are grown-ups. We would show 2. Using your 5-group card dot side, show how many animals are kids. Did you get 6? Now let's count on to see if we get the same total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got the same total. Can you write a number sentence that matches the grown-ups and the kids? Two plus 6 equals 8. How else are these animals different from each other? Can you find any other parts? Some animals are in the pond and some are not. Using your 5-group card number side, show how many animals are in the pond. That's right, there are 3 animals in the pond. Using your 5-group card dot side, show how many animals are not in the pond. Right, there are 5 animals that are not in the pond. Now let's count on to see if we get the same total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, we got the same total. Can you write a number sentence that matches the animals in the pond and animals not in the pond? Three plus 5 equals 8. Last time, look at that picture. Do you see any snakes? Using your 5-group card number side, show how many snakes are in the pond. Or around the pond for that matter. That's right, there's no snakes to be found in or around the pond. Using your 5-group card dot side, show how many animals are frogs or ducks. So if we know there's 0 snakes, then there has to be 8 frogs or ducks. Now let's count on to see if we get the same total. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got the same total. Can you write a number sentence that matches the number of snakes and the number of frogs and ducks? Zero plus 8 equals 8. Now we're going to play ways to make 8. The goal is to find all the different ways to make 8 with your partner and record it on your recording sheet. You're going to put your 5 group cards together in the center. Partner A's cards should show all the dot side, and partner B's cards should show all the number side. Partner A picks a number card and a dot card that she thinks make 8. And then both partners are going to check and see if she's right. So both partners would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then partner B would say, that's correct. But what if partner A put this combination? Both partners would check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does 1 and 4 make 8? No. Try again, friend. Look at the ways we made 8 in this poster. What patterns do you see? Think about our game Ways to Make 8. Why did we only use our cards 0 through 8 today? Well, if you look back at our poster of the decompositions of 8, the only numbers you see are 0 through 8. Those are the only numbers you need to make 8. Exit ticket. What did you get really good at today? I bet you're really good at breaking that number 8 down. We broke it down in every possible way. Now head on over and do your exit ticket.